Guys, back in today with more Muri Lover, this time with episodes 13 through 17. The 5 special episodes they released on New Year's Eve, which I'm really excited for. Love the fact that they done this. I'm not sure, like, this is very unusual, to be honest. I'm not sure, I don't think this is like an OVA. I think these are, yeah, I'm not really sure. Again, it's not very often we get like just like 5 random episodes out of nowhere. They did announce this at the end of the season, I believe. That first season I really enjoyed, by the way. You could tell it was a light novel. Sometimes it was, sometimes the dialogue was a bit too much, like it was a whole episode of everybody talking non-stop. But that was also like it was a weakness, but it was also its biggest strength because I loved the dynamic of the girls. I can't remember specifically where we did end off, but we just finished that kind of breakaway where we ran away from parents and the little brothers, and yeah, I just love the dynamics between the girls and their relationships, and just like I'm hoping we look into the smaller one today, which we did. She was like the only girl that didn't really get too much of a chance to shine in the first season, so I assume this is going to be about her. But yeah, I was surprised how much I enjoyed. There's lots of fan service, which I don't care too much for, but I can appreciate would be good for a lot of people. But like, even take that away, I just think this is like got really interesting. It's well written. Again, sometimes it can be a bit too much. It would be a bit of an easier read, I think you could tell at times, rather than a watch. But I yeah, still very much enjoy the show, and I'm very excited for these 5 episodes. I'm probably going to watch these all back to back to back, although I might take a little break in between, maybe episodes like 3 and 4. But it should all be in one video for you guys. Yeah, looking forward to it. Been looking forward to this for a while, and it's like, it's strange as well because of how quick it's come about. I think this only finished airing in like summer, so it's not like they've taken ages to do this. Maybe they wanted to have these in the initial season and just thought, oh, we couldn't get the slots, so we'll just release them all now. Not really sure, but I love it. Still haven't got the names, by the way. Still gonna have to call them by their hair colours, which will get confusing if we introduce any more characters. Muri. Yeah, this was definitely one of my surprises of the year. I ranked this reasonably high on my end of year tier list, but that was before I watched these specials. So, yeah, who knows how this might change that. I've already recorded it now, though. Wouldn't have uploaded it by this point. I was going to, but I thought this was coming out tomorrow, so I was like rendering that video, and I was like, oh, you know what? I can render that and upload it anytime, so I'll just interrupt that, watch these, and then do that another day. So I don't need too much of a recap. I think the last episode is the one I'm most iffy on. But I've got a pretty good memory of what happens. I think her name's May. It's surprising. Like, she kind of talked her up to do this, and then she's surprised that this is the outcome. I do remember this scene. I think this is like the last scene. I do think it is really funny just how much this pink haired girl does get about. Very popular with the ladies. Not May. My bad. Three years. Bite it. Take a bite out of that finger. Kind of are. You actually kind of are. I still like you, don't get me wrong. But you are messing with a lot of girls' feelings. Intentionally or not. I don't think it is intentional, but it still has the same effect. Like what I said earlier about the negative of this series being a lot of reading, it's mainly a subtitle problem, to be honest with you. Not in terms of the subtitles being bad, more so that as a foreigner who can't speak Japanese, I do find myself for a lot of the episode looking at the subtitles because there is so much dialogue. And I in a normal show I do get to look up quite often, and I actually see. I can read quite fast just because of the sheer amount of anime I've watched. But in this show, I feel like I miss more than a usual show, if that makes sense. Like I don't get to see the visuals as much, which is a weird negative, I know. That was always an issue I had with watching live action movies with subtitles. It just felt like I couldn't actually see the scenes. That is something I have since, after being able to read faster now, something I have since been able to get past, luckily. She's taken it well. She has taken it well. But again, she is the one that kind of motivated her to confess, to be fair. Just prove that to yourself. I don't think any of them see it that way. I mean, how could they? Damn, is she denying you? That guy, that my of all people. Right. Got some inner thoughts to deal with right here, haven't we? I get where she's coming from. It's an interesting thing to think about. Do I actually want to make friends, or do I just not want to stand out as a loner and to not be accepted rather than to make connections? big introvert myself. I didn't used to be. I am now, and it's yeah. I guess I've asked myself. I wouldn't say that same question, but I can understand where she's coming. Right? Awfully loud for a little girl. I mean, she'd say no. To be fair, you're that gamer rage. Lovely, lovely photo. Good point. Oh, she got a hold of it. Special photo. It probably is the best one she's got. That's a lovely photo. Not that I've seen the rest, but yeah. You ain't going back to being no hikikomori. That's a nice photo as well. Who is that? Kaha. Oh, wait, so she knew her before? Ah, we didn't know that, did we? I didn't. Interesting. It changed. I say that. All we know about her is that she's wearing glasses. So like you feel like she's the nerdy type. And she did say she liked talking about anime and manga. She seems very different now, doesn't she? Got rid of the glasses stereotype. Quintessential quintuplets. Need to watch that show at some point. Queen Rose Quintet. Okay. Yeah, she looks a lot more extravagant, doesn't she? Like, I think it's just that hair piece really like stands out. Look, like she likes to stand out. We never really saw them interact, these two, did we? means you have to get involved in another girl called Kaho and get it even more complex. This is what's inevitably going to happen. Now you've got 5 girls on the go. Or 4, but yeah. What's he saying that in front of Ajisai? What are you going to do with that? A stone on a stick. Don't know. She's going to destroy the photo. Fuck hell, she was actually going to kill her. I wonder if she's putting on a similar act or if she's just like an entirely different person now. Maybe she forced herself to change in a similar way, perhaps. Man, more forgiving than me. She was about to kill you. She was about to murder your ass. Yeah, the glass is the biggest one. You turn from nerd character to fancy girl. Well, why didn't you say anything then? It's a bit rude, isn't it? Now you recognise me? We've been friends for 6 months. But like I said earlier, we've hardly seen these actually interact, really, have we? See, this is her problem. It's a good problem to have, but she's too nice and she's too lovely to people. But that gets her in these situations where she's now messing around with 4 different girls. Stop being so nice. Like, I don't tell every attractive girl I come across that they're an attractive girl. Do you? Oh, really? What you got for us? No! I want to hear. I want to hear. Bastards. Hopefully we might get a look in her room or something at some point, see if she's got any posters of her favourites. Mai as well. Don't you forget about the black-haired girl, who is very hot and cold. The rock spiel. Good point, good point. What am I, an ant? I get the fucking sugar water. Like a fucking ant. And you know what? You have been treated like an ant in this show, to be fair to her. Barely been a part of it so far. At least this is like a good bit of blowing off steam right here. I'm jealous of everything. My. True. Oh yeah. It's quite the fucking altercation right here, isn't it? Both making some good points. Both making some really good points. And I think that has actually been quite progressive, actually. I think I mentioned this before in a different series of videos, probably, but I remember not going to school when I broke up with one of my girlfriends that I had. Well, she broke up with me, hence I didn't go to school. And we wasn't even really that close. We only went out for a couple of weeks, but I was just like, I was a bit sad about it. But I guess it was more so embarrassing. I don't know. She was really nice as well. She was really nice about dumping me. I don't think she's got to apologise, personally. I think she's only apologising to get back on good terms, but I don't personally think she needs to. It's all just to ask a favour. She's adorable, isn't she? Bloody hell. The friction. The friction must be hurting real bad right now. Like Chinese burns to the shoulders. Okay, really good first episode. Really good first episode. Like I said, a lot of sense spoken by both of them during that argument, and again, good for both of them as well. I think just to breathe and air some things out. But I do agree with her. It's kind of lame that pink hair girl is just kind of like not really being a real person. Like she's trying hard to like not be hated and to put herself out there, but and like that what's the distinction between trying to better yourself and trying to put yourself out there versus trying to pretend you're someone you're not? There's a very small like thing that separates that. I don't personally believe she's trying to be someone else, but she certainly isn't kind of being fully herself, obviously, and like true to herself and such. But this isn't exactly not her either, is it? This like version of her, so it's a tough distinction to make. I mean, everybody's got their. I mean, that's the whole like point of like the Persona games and such. Everybody's got their own personas and masks and such they wear for certain people in certain situations, business, family. When you're on your own, everybody's got sides to them they don't want others to see and such. It's just like, and it sounds a lot easier than it is to do. But you just got to try and kind of be true to yourself. But I'm really not one to say that. Like I said, I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. To be honest, I'm pretty good with it on my YouTube channel because it is just like my unfiltered mental thoughts. But in terms of like in real life and such, I think I've definitely gotten better as an adult, but especially during like my teenage years, you would just like try and get by, try and not embarrass yourself, and so on and so forth. But yeah, really good first episode. Like this one a lot. As expected, we're going to be focusing quite a bit on the blue haired girl who was absolutely adorable today. Loved pretty much every scene of her, especially this one with her like spinning around at the end. But this big fight was definitely the best scene of the episode for me. I really like this. Like calling her out on all this stuff, like, oh, you're suffering, you've got the problem. It's almost like it's a weird thing to relate this to, but it's almost like being a football manager and you've got a team. You got to field a team of 11 players, but 20 players are playing really well, so you've got to choose between, like, you've got a good hard decision to make. Saying here, she's got a decision to make, which is incredibly tough, but it's like it's a tough choice of two good outcomes. Not like she's got like she has to make like a hard choice of two really bad outcomes or something like that. She described it really well here. You get the you get the shortcake or the chocolate. I get the bloody the sweat of the person that has brought that to your door or something like that. And yeah, some really good points made between them. Looking forward to seeing more of these two in the upcoming episodes. And we'll get straight into it if you guys want to stick around. I'll probably put some timestamps on these as well. I'll try to, just so it's easier for you guys to click through the episode you want to watch. Probably should have mentioned that during the intro, to be honest with you. But at this point, if any of you guys did want to watch like a specific episode, you can yeah, just click on one of the timestamps in the comment section. I am going to skip the intros just because we have already watched them. I'll be on the lookout if anything does change, but I doubt they would have changed anything. I also need to be careful because I think I downloaded these in the wrong order, so so we don't watch episode 5 before episode 4, which I've done before for a series called Midnight Mass. A few years ago I went to watch Midnight Mass and I watched the final episode first, like the whole thing. I was like, well, that didn't make that much sense, but it was pretty cool. And then I was like, oh, I watched the final episode. I rewatched it last year and it was really good. I forgot about everything I did see till then, so gave myself enough time to make up for it. But yeah, that series was awesome. Are you getting that type of money? Yeah, that's got to be a scam. Some things are more important than money. That's a big belief I have, to be honest. My PlayStation 5. Yeah. In an unlogical way, I'm very much like not majorly money focused. Like I could put many more adverts and stuff on my YouTube channel and such, but I know that for a fact, like as a viewer of lots of YouTube myself, I know that's a horrible experience. You got careful with that thing. Exactly. It probably dropped off the side of the bed. Stupid that was. Oh, she actually broke it. Oh my god. Like 500, 600 quid down the drain. That's disaster. For us, when I was like this age, it was the red ring of death on the Xbox 360. It never happened to me, but it happened to my friend. And I think there were like certain fixes for it, but they weren't like permanent fixes. I've always been pretty damn good with my consoles. I pretty much as soon as I set them up, I barely touch them unless I'm putting a disc in or something. Although I did recently take my Xbox apart just so I could dust it down, and it had a lot of dust in there, and it was also quite fiddly. A lot of really small screws that you have to be very careful with. That's a very good analogy. I like that. And do you know what? They're all kind of malleable as well, especially at this age. They can change to different shapes, actually. Like hers will be a very similar shape because it's just in her nature to be lovely. But I like that. I like that. That was simple but effective. Just like a barger. Doitsumo, koitsumo. That's one of my favourite sayings. That's one of my favourite bits of Japanese, that is. Doitsumo, koitsumo. But nobody went away unhappy from that, did they? That was a win-win-win, though. There'll always be something. True. Life is a decision of choices. Well, we're kind of doing that right now. That doesn't mean getting involved with another girl, though. Which is exactly how she's going to take it. Exactly. I knew it. Like, everybody knew it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows what's going to happen. This girl is your detour. I kind of feel for this girl that's sitting next to him, about what she's about to hear. Yeah, not too much. I did say I wanted to have a look in her room. Oh, it's pretty normal, actually. That was very normal. Again, I was expecting some manga, some anime posters. Not quite. Every girl in the show is a lesbian, of course. It is quite funny how that is like quite a normal thing for girls. Like, it's very normal for girls to be lesbian at some point, or like bisexual, or find other girls attractive. Like, I've experienced that a lot. It sounds really weird to say, but like, I've experienced a lot of girls that are very open to that kind of stuff. But boys, it's very, very closed. Unless you are outwardly gay. The cosplayer. Looks exactly the same as that girl. That's cool. But when you do, like, now that she said that, you can very much like see that, can't you? I knew this was coming. She is about to get fucking, what they call it, cosplayed. Right here. Studio Grandma. I was gonna say a minute ago. Very profitable being a cosplayer, isn't it? That can be. Oh yeah, what place this is? That church. Okay, well this happened quickly. Yeah, this feels a bit more professional than that now. A fairy. Well, that's a lot of money. Would you expect to get paid that much just fucking taking them on your phone? Oh, you're not yourself during these moments. You're cosplaying someone else. So like, just pretend to be someone else. Kind of like what you're doing already, but to a further degree. And like what I said earlier, she'll step into that area where she's pretending to be someone else. Like, I'm not sure about you guys, but would you guys ever be able to like date an actor or an actress? I feel like it'd be very overwhelming because they're great actors, of course. So you can never truly tell. Like, you'd hope they'd be honest with you 100% of the time, and I don't think anyone's truly honest with people 100% of the time. I feel like it would take a lot of yeah, take a lot out of you. Rena Koala. Hell is that shady ass link? Are you taking? Are you serious, bro? Is that her? What's she saying? These are affirmations. Oh my god. I don't know how people can sleep to that. That would just annoy me. I don't know if I'd call that hypnosis. Fair, like I like where that came from. You know what I'm saying? Like that came from a good place from Kako, didn't it? That was like lovely of her to do. Wouldn't be awfully effective for me, but I like the thought. It's the thought that counts. So it's probably as close as a human spell can get, to be fair. Apparently, there is. I don't know if this is like scientifically proven, but I have heard of the attempts of people to learn while sleeping, like playing a book, an audio book, or like going over answers to questions while they're sleeping, and supposedly it can work, but I don't think that's a thing. But I don't know. I've definitely heard about studies involving it, but I've always just thought surely that's bullshit, right? It's clearly affected her though. I think it's very good to have like a good self confidence, a good self esteem. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like, especially nowadays, I feel like a lot of people overdo their kind of self worth. It's almost like there was a time before, maybe like 20 or 10 years ago, where people maybe did have like a lot of low self esteem, but they've been told to have good self esteem so much, they've been told to value themselves so much now that they almost like overvalue themselves. And I always find that really cringe, to be honest with you. Maybe it's more cringe undervaluing yourself for those type of people, but for me, like, I'd rather undervalue myself than overvalue myself. Um, just feels a bit more normal. I don't know, but yeah, there's certainly like a trend of, um, again, especially women online that seem to have a lot more value of themselves than they're actually worth. Who am I to judge what they are worth? But again, it's nice to have confidence and it's nice to see, but like sometimes, again, I see a lot of online stuff where it does feel a bit, oh, I messed up the timer big time. Apologies, guys. I didn't actually bloody set it to when I skipped past the opening, for God's sake. Apologies about that. But yeah, I've just seen a lot of people come off very horrible online surrounding those things. Like when you like you see like an argument online or something, they bring up, oh, this is your profile picture. This is what you look like. And it's like, yeah, you can be confident in yourself, but no need to put down others and that kind of stuff, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah. Maybe that's where this is going. Just getting all those affirmations have been too much of an effect. You're not that cute. Yes, you're cute. You're not that cute. Mm. It is. It is. And the types of people I hate the most. Like she's in a horror. I don't think Ajisai will like this either. She needs to start subtly changing the affirmations to things like, I'm just okay. I'm cute, but I'm not as cute as I thought I was, or like something like that. I think this shows a very good example of something I've said a few times, though, of how a friend group, when you make friends with people and you become good friends, you almost take like a part of them and bring it to yourself. Like you're a part, every friend, like if you've got 5 friends, you take a part from each of them, and half of you is made up of parts of each of them, if that makes sense. I think we're seeing that quite a bit here with these two, aren't we? It's a natural thing that happens. Revenge match. Okay. I guess this is like, it doesn't come off all that well, but it's really good for an event like this, I think, isn't it? They're pulling off well though. Like they do really look like those two girls from the cover of that thing we saw. And there is a lot of people here taking photos of them, isn't there? Fucking hell. I don't think she has. Yes, you were. The push-ups. Strong girl. Strong girl. Powerful. I imagine it is very powerful. The power, you see it online in a similar way. You see the power of anonymity, the power of not being held responsible for the things you say or do, or the way you look. Yeah, and you see it a lot online. A bunch of people with faceless accounts on YouTube and such comment a bunch of nonsense. You see it all the time. I mean, I've done that to an extent of like, not the anonymity thing, but I would, especially when I was younger, I'd say a lot of things to girls online that I would not say in real life. I'd be a lot more nervous to say. I don't think that was good for me. Makes you come off as someone you're not. Probably makes you maybe come off as someone a bit more out there than I was. But yeah, that's a hell of a lot of money. As it should be. The amount of people taking photos of them. That was ridiculous. That was like a proper setup. I think that would be good for her. I think that would be good for anyone actually, kind of getting out of your own skin for a little while like that. It's kind of similar to what I do with like sports when I play football. It's like you're not yourself for like a couple of hours. Your mind just kind of goes away from everything. I did just miss what she said there. Apologies. I was yapping, but yeah, like I said, it's kind of what I do with sports. Like you get away from things for a couple of hours during the week. You just like your mind is solely focused on this one thing. And in this instance, she gets to be someone else that she's not. I think it would be quite a breath of fresh air. She say here then. Even I can move forward. So I guess she's not too happy that she might move on from her, Kaho. Maybe she's caught some feelings or something. Bit worried she might surpass her or something. Or grow past this. I'm gonna guess they get. Oh, this is not where. This is nowhere near where I'd guess. Is that a love hotel? Is that a love hotel? I was expecting the arcade, honestly. No, not the arcade. So we'll skip the ending just because again you're not going to watch the opening and ending 5 times like this. What was this a love hotel? I mean, it's a fancy hotel at the very least. Hotel Newcastle. Do you know what I was googling like a couple of hours ago? Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. This kind of looks like a location in that film. I don't think this is a love hotel. I think this is just a fancy hotel. I think. But yeah, another good episode. Oh, sorry guys. I think I'm going to take a break after this episode just because my allergies are getting to me a little bit here. I knew this would be, as I said in the intro, there's a lot of dialogue, so I knew this would be quite a hard one to watch like 5 episodes in a row. But it's actually it's been quite digestible so far. And yeah, I really like this little cosplay during this episode. Another funny one. I really like Kaho so far. She's very very out there, really adorable, of course, but she's really nice as well. Loving her character so far. Seems like I might grow a bit deeper as well with her reaction at the end here about pink hair girl moving on from this potentially. But yeah, lots of really fun stuff today. Nice bit of fan service for you guys that like that. But yeah, really looking forward to the next episode. I think these next few are going to get quite deep into their relationship now that we've kind of grown closer, these affirmations and all that. But yeah, we'll get straight into episode 3. If my thing's still recording okay, it is, thankfully. It might be worth me actually, because I was planning to do this all unedited, but it might be actually worth me not doing that, because sometimes if I like click for an episode, the encoder will like overclock or something, and like stop recording, although it will still say it's recording, but it would have stopped like 20 minutes before. I will watch episode 3 now, and I'll take a break after episode 3, I think. Get a drink. Should have brought a drink with me. My mouth is getting a bit dry. But yeah, let's get into episode 3. Oh, I'll sort out the timer properly this time. Okay, 1:30. One. It is a love hotel. Okay, it's a fancy one. I guess any hotel could be a love hotel, though, no? If you make it one. Depends on your intentions, I guess. This is a primary school after party, yes. So I've never opened a bag of chips like that. We call them crisps in the UK, but yeah. Well said, well said. I always say that's one of the things I hate the most. I hate hearing people badmouth others and stuff. I don't know. I feel like being a smaller fit is probably better in the cosplay world now. That's probably more popular. Exactly what I was thinking. It's when you start saying things in a situation like this, like you can say those things and it's okay. But when you say that as she jumps on you, that's when I start thinking, you doing this on purpose? You trying to romanticize her on purpose like this? Like again, you can say that at any moment, it's fine. But like during that moment, was that the time to say this? You're just asking for her to kiss you or something. I don't think she gets that though. I mean, clearly she doesn't. But she needs to watch this anime. She needs to watch her actions back, and she would be like, "Oh yeah, you know what? I can understand how that might be a bit seducing." Oh, here we go, another bath. You know what happens when the baths come out? Oh god, here we go. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I've always been very scared of contact lenses myself. What a job her voice actor's doing here. Actress is doing. Yeah, I wear glasses. My distance is short distance, so I don't really ever need glasses that much. Um, I probably could help. It probably would help me play better in sports if I did wear contact lenses. But I've just always been like, I don't really want to fumble with my eyes too much. It's probably because I once heard a story about someone that had a bunch of the lenses around the back of their eye that they like dropped past, and there was like 8 of them, and they're like rotted or something behind the eye, and it like caused complications. And it's just like, ugh, no thanks. Like, if we know about each other's size like this, surely we could just be normal with each other all the time, right? And it's actually her pink hair as the aggressor this time. How the tables have turned. I tell you what, the first time a girl touched me around like the chest and stuff, I was like fine, and then the further it got down, I remember specifically having like I tried like that. I was like, I was like, whoa, that's the first time that happened. I just yeah, it wobbled me a little bit. I think I was like 13, 14. It was just at some random party. I didn't even know whose party it was. And there's loads of random people there that I didn't know, and it was a random girl. It's a very random occasion. But yeah, a memorable one because, like I said, the first time doing quite a lot of things at that party. But this reminds me of that a little bit. It's so cute. Glad this one's not quite as perverse as the last couple. Couldn't even ask for a bag at the shop. Got that much anxiety. I said earlier about the hair thing. That is like a really out there like accessory thing. Like genuinely, she looks like an extrovert anyway, but that makes her really look like an extrovert. Like, who would wear that if you weren't a massive extrovert and wanted people to not like? If you didn't want people to talk about you, why would you wear something like that? Summit. What was that? Nice, nice. There's rankings for this shit. How'd you get invited then? No freaking way. How'd she get invited when she was 500th? Is it not a bit weird to be ranking cosplayers like that? I guess we do it with like TV shows and stuff, but it's a bit. I mean, it's not that different when I think about it. I feel like ranking specific people is a bit harsher than ranking. It sounds weird to say because yeah, I guess when you are ranking TV shows and movies and anime and such, I guess you are ranking multiple people's work. But I don't know. Something feels a bit more odd about ranking people like that to me. 私の番だ. It's my turn. If you ever played any JRPG, you've heard that one. 俺の番だ. I've recently been playing Lost Odyssey. I finished that the other day. It was fantastic. I like the ones in that. I love Cook and Mac especially. I think they're absolutely adorable. Oh, what's his name? What's his name now? Oh yeah, it's New Year's. Apologies if you can hear fireworks going off. I'll pause for a second. I want to check if you guys can actually hear them. Yes, you can. You're 2 hours too early, guys. Come on. Maybe I should have paused when I said I was gonna. I think that was literally like next door as well. 2 hours too early. Come on, guys. Should have known. Should have known. Oh, that was quick. I imagine they're going to reload though. Well, hopefully it's not too distracting for you guys. Apologies. I'm just going to keep going. Again, should have probably foreseen this, to be honest. Again, I was kind of expecting this to come out tomorrow. Just make it extra awkward. Asobi Nico. I used to love an amusement park myself. Haven't been to one in ages. I like the one on the right. That was cool. I love she's held her dress like that. Proper womanly. Ladylike. Is she gonna be late? Private jet. Oh, she had work. Really? A bit odd. Does that actually work though? Does she set you guys up? Seems like a setup to me. It seems like an absolute setup. I wouldn't be surprised if she's actually already here, spying on us. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and assume she's working, but yeah. National sweetheart. Good description, actually. Probably one of the nicest people in the world. Well, you know about it now. These ones. See, I didn't used to like these ones that much because it was a lot of waiting and setting up for not too much. Like the initial drop is good. There's like a lot of load time on this one. I never done the one, you know, when they like fling you up really high. I was always a bit too scared to do that one. That they'd have a. They didn't used to have that at like these amusements park that much. They used to be like festivals and such, where they had those, like those gigantic ones, and I always thought it was a bit off. I don't know. I always felt like it sounds stupid. It sounds so main character like, but I always thought the time that I get on those is the time where it goes wrong. That's the time where it fucks up and someone dies, is when I get on it. So I never did. Romantic. What did that say in Japanese there? Oh wow, we're almost finished the episode. Jesus. Feels like it's only just started. That where? I can't remember what that one is. No, I can't even. Yeah, no. Not even gonna. Well, a couple of years ago, I would have been able to say that one, but it's been that long since I tried learning Japanese. I don't even remember too much of the hiragana nowadays. Yeah, the romantic one. These things take ages though. Once you get on them, you're like, oh god, can it hurry up? Sa, go. This also reminds me, strangely, of the Death Note movie, which came out ages ago. I think there was like something towards the end of that movie around a Ferris wheel like this or something, right? Or am I just going crazy? I don't remember too much of that film, honestly. Which is surprising because it had some really good actors in there. Like, really good fucking actors. Had the guy from Hereditary. Had, what's his name? Ryuk's actor. I can't remember his name now. But he's fantastic as well. The black guy who played L, he's a really underrated actor. I don't know why they got him to play L, but other than that, he's a really great actor. I remember watching some movie a few years back where it was like turning people into like horse people that he was in, and it was really fucking good actually. Weird premise, I know, but gotta trust me, it was a good movie. Just a finger away, just a taste. It's really well lit up, as that was a lovely scene. A lovely day. That was really cute. Little finger kiss. Inevitable. I kind of surprised she didn't ask her at the time. I was expecting that to be the case. Okay, another really nice episode. Loving this arc so far. Loving this arc so far. That was a really lovely episode there. It's almost like a pure fan service episode in a way. There is an extra minute to this one, so I will just skip to that quickly. There's a sneaky little end segment in here. That's May. So, what was the deal with her then? Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Can you do that? What'd she say? What'd she say? It's in Japanese, so it's going to be incredibly hard to ascertain what she says here. And it's anime. Like, it's much easier to lip read an actual human. But it's Japanese and it's anime, so this is going to be next to impossible. I think she says sorry. It looks like she says go men at the end. Or it ends with an N. You can't tell. I think she says like go men or sorry at the end though. But yeah, that's episode 3. Another great episode. Been loving these specials so far. I kind of just want to watch the next one, but I think I do need a drink. I've been yapping a lot. So yes, nice. Not even like this wasn't nearly as forced, but I say forced. Perverse and pushed. This bath scene, it was a lot cuter, a lot nicer with these two. But yeah, this episode just absolutely flew by. Like, the fan service guys got their fan service here. I got my fan service with the second half, honestly. I love my amusement parks. It was a really cute sequence with Ajisai and Pink Head Girl. Especially in the at the end here with a little finger kiss. That was adorable. Honestly, sometimes I'm a bit of a sap. I'm a bit too like. Sometimes I can be a bit too, sounds weird, but like girly with stuff like this. I like to think I'm quite a romantic and like I like little things like that. Whereas that might like, I feel that might be seen as a bit more girly and such. I don't really know, but that's something like I really like little things like that, just like a little kiss to the finger or something. But yeah, nice little end sequence here as well from my perspective, which is really great to see her in this state. It's quite rare we see her like this, isn't it? If we've seen her like this at all, to be honest, she's usually like got quite like calm, cool confidence, but she's actually quite affected here at the end, isn't she? And like, is she the type of person that would be like I've done this. I've been like, yeah, you know what, I'll stop pursuing you. I'll stop because it would be better for you. Like, I don't deserve you. I know I don't deserve you, so I'm not even gonna like bother. Quite a little bit different to that here from Mai, but it's that similar thing. And for Mai, it's like, can she keep herself away? Is she able to be someone that does that? I'm not sure. I really don't feel like she's that type of person, but she clearly cares about her a lot, so maybe she would be able to do that. Maybe this is like her final play, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe this is like her final gambit, like this is the last chance, and if this doesn't work out, then I guess we're just like not meant to be or something like that. But yeah, another fantastic episode. Looking forward to seeing this cosplay, this crazy cosplay show that we've got going on. But I will now take a break. I'm not sure if I'm probably gonna stop recording. And then if I stop recording, this is gonna take ages to upload. You know what? I think I'm just gonna raw dog it. No drink. I could really use a drink. I might just go quickly get a drink and cut this bit out. Oh, do you know what? I've got to remember to cut that out. My friend the other day. It was on one of my Durarara videos. He said, "Is this meant to be in the video?" I was like, "Oh my god!" It was me. Like, luckily it wasn't too bad. Sometimes I do some crazy stuff. Obviously not crazy, but I'll catch my breath. That was quick. Yeah, I was doing some really embarrassing stuff, like setting up for the next. For like, I took a break. I think I sneezed, and I was like cleaning my nose and. I haven't even got the next episode up yet. And yeah, I was cleaning my nose and it was like a bit gross and a bit embarrassing, and I left it in, and I didn't realise I left it in. And he brought it up, he was like, "Is this meant to be in the video?" I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" And it was like a month. That was like a month ago. So I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm surprised I haven't done that before. Considering, especially like recently, I've been not better the last couple of years, but before the last couple of years, I used to get quite ill quite frequently, and I still do like sneeze relatively often during my videos and stuff, but I've always been quite good at like catching it and setting out the time of when to cut the video. But I missed one finally after all these years. Sure, there's probably another one out there. There's probably one from like a series that is maybe not all too popular or watched that I've done, that is just me like with a bit cut out that I haven't caught. Hopefully someone tells me about it. But yeah, hopefully I'll remember to cut that little segment out there. So it's a requirement that they come as a pair. It's not an optional thing, okay. Well, you grew into it really well, so it shouldn't be too bad, I hope. We got into this together, we'll end it together. Why'd you have to say that? At least she did say it, at least she was honest. Hey. I stole a kiss from your woman yesterday. Brag a little bit to you. Ajusai would never do that. Okay. What's she mean by that? I mean, I think she meant that she wasn't feeling too great. A very odd expression to. I mean, I guess it did come across, to be fair. I guess it was effective. They didn't actually kiss, but might as well have, to be fair. So she was going to tell her. I said a minute ago that she wouldn't. I meant as in like she wouldn't brag to her. I think it's really nice that she would be very upfront and tell her though. I think that is very Ajusai, isn't it? Well, we also know someone else that's quite scared of that. Poor girls are too nice. These poor girls are way too nice. They're too nice to fight for the girl. Like you see boys fight for a girl, it's like trying to prove themselves worthy, trying to out macho the other guy. These girls, they're just like, oh, you're too nice, you have her. No, you're too nice, you have her. I'm not worthy. Yeah, I've certainly been sitting at my desk for a lot, probably the longest time I have on my channel over the last couple of days. Two movies yesterday. I watched 7 episodes of anime today. Although I've got to get used to that because on Sundays coming up, there's 6 shows airing. It's crazy. 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening, so it's a bit manageable. But yeah, I have to get used to that. Sounds bad, but I'm hoping at least one of them's bad so I can drop one. My great friend. I mean, I thought it was one of the movies I watched yesterday. My great friend Kaho. Nah, my friend Totoro. My neighbor Totoro. Good movie that was. Fireworks are back. I think these ones are a bit further away, so hopefully you shouldn't be able to hear them. Hey, nice routine, nice routine. Turning point. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Would you guys be able to handle this? I don't think I could. I don't think I could. If I was on a stage in front of this amount of people, I think I'd crumble. It is weird. I'm with it. It's weird. It's weird, bro. Good for this kind of stuff, though. Sarah. Sarah this. Jesus Christ, what a name that is. That's her sister? Oh no, that's her sister's friend. Okay, I didn't recognise her. It's been a little while since that season, to be fair. Wasn't she the same girl that wanted photos of her in the first episode? It's ma'am. That's a very realistic girl. She almost kind of looks like one of the Gun Gale characters from Sword Art Online. I would not be able to handle this whatsoever. Yeah. My big old boobs on the stage like this. Probably for the best. What the hell? I was gonna say, did you come from Australia? No, I recently saw something quite interesting about this that I should like do myself, which I don't do. But it's like it was a social thing about I think there was like it wasn't a scientific thing, but a psychological like look into people. I think it was especially at parties. There's like a party paradox or something where people are so focused on themselves and um are really self-conscious and worried so much about what they're wearing, how they look to other people, how they come across. People at parties are so focused on themselves, they don't really care how you look, how you like. If you embarrass yourself, like that moment will go over their heads quite quickly because they'll quickly go back to worrying about themselves and how they look and how they present themselves. So you shouldn't ever worry too much about your self-confidence and showing and like being too self-aware and caring too much about how you look or how you come off to other people, because they're way too focused on themselves to care about how other people are kind of doing and looking and feeling during those moments. And that kind of applies to this situation right here. But as I just said, like that is a lot easier said than done to people that are like that. I'm like that, and so is pink haired girl here. A lot easier said than done. But when you do realize that, it does make a lot of sense, doesn't it? That it isn't just you thinking that way. I think a lot of the times it can just be like, oh, it's only me that feels this self-conscious and cares this much about what other people think. Like, no, I shouldn't, but I do. And yeah, I'd like to tell her this right now. Again, coming from me, it would be very ironic, but I read that the other day. I was like, yeah, you know what? It's kind of very accurate. Maybe it's also because I'm quite a perceptive person. Maybe it's I put myself into those other people's shoes, whereas I pick up on quite a few things, but maybe they wouldn't, like they don't pick up on as much, and like a social aspect and like a social aspect like this. Like whatever she done there is now overshadowed by whatever this is. Ah, of course, of course. Didn't she didn't she reject Kaha? Or was that one of the other girls that rejected Kaha? Yeah, she did reject her. trapped. You're so smug now. Fuck now. Get hold of yourself, Kaha. She's distraught. Did her reckon her eye things came out? Contacts, yeah. And someone stepped on them. Did she not bring a spare pair? It was like a pretty big thing to bring, no? She did, but we just can't. Okay. Well, that sucks. To be honest, it was just a pair of eye contact. Like, I get it. I get it. Like, if you know what I'm saying, like people have these things, like these modes. An example for me would be like when I play football. Like, I have a very specific set of things that I wear, and like not exactly in order of putting things on, but like I have a very specific look and items that I wear. And if I was to not have like, if I was to miss something, I probably would play a little differently, like subconsciously. Again, it's like a self-esteem type of thing, self-confidence type of thing. And again, like realistically, it's just these don't matter whatsoever. It's just a pair of contact lenses. But like, I think everyone has had or has something like this, like some like thing that changes their mode. If that makes sense. Like, I get it. It might seem stupid to some people. Like, oh, it's just a pair of contact lenses. Surely you should keep the act up anyway, but that's much more than that to her. Be strong, Kaho. Oh, fucking hell. Fuck the stream. Fuck the stream. Oh dear. So ruthless to yourself. Again, I know it's ironic I say these things, so I have same issues, but yeah. Yeah, here you are, standing here today, invited to this. Come this far, done such a good job. I get what she's for. Like, I've very much felt like an imposter like this before, for sure. And now who's on the end of the headbutt? Get hold of yourself, Kaho. You deserve to be here just as much as anyone else. How the tables have turned in that argument now. The tables have absolutely turned since that fight in episode 1. If you think of that of yourself, what must you think of me? And we have heard that from this series as well, doing another segment, haven't we? Or something akin to this. Just a name and a stream. Just an anonymous asshole. Your power here comes from putting yourself out there. Their power comes from their anonymity. So you really shouldn't care what they say. Go down together. Go down with the ship. Fuck it. Let's go, girls. Yes. Let's hope that doesn't happen, but even if it does, yes. Let's do that. Let's fucking go. She hear all that? Renda koala. So if I heard two girls talk like that, I might not. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, sit this one out. If I was one of the organisers. At the start, anyway. They got there in the end. Naggy Polecat. Ah! Oh man. This might be one of my favourite arcs so far, you know? Ah, of course we're going to end the episode here. Damn, let's go. Yeah, I like Kaho a lot. I like Kaho a lot. She's awesome, isn't she? So yeah, I'll be on the lookout quickly if anything's changed, which I don't think it has in the ending. And there is a little end sequence, okay. I don't even know if I checked episode 2 if it had an end sequence. Hopefully it didn't. Oh shit. My. And Ajisai. Everybody's here. God. Okay. Well, another great episode. Like I said, this is I mean, I don't want to like. It might be very recency bias, and it's been a while since I did watch the first season. But honestly, this might be my favorite arc so far. To be honest with you, I really like the topics covered here. Again, very like I can relate to them a lot. Maybe not quite to this extent, especially like putting myself out there like this. Like I've never done anything like this. Done something similar, but not to this level whatsoever. But yeah, a lot of relatable stuff. Really like the relationship these two have built up. It's been great. Just like this last sequence at the end is just lovely to watch. Her becoming her own hero, if that makes like she created herself as a heroine. It's just like, yeah, just really nice. I can't pause for it too much because, like I said, might end up fucking up my video. But yeah, another really awesome episode. We'll get straight on to the last one. But yeah, loving this arc so far. I think it's been great. Maybe it's because I'm watching them all back to back instead of weekly. Is maybe like makes them fit together better. I'm not really sure, but or maybe it is just recency bias. But I feel like this has been one of my favorite arcs, if not maybe my favorite arc yet, to be honest with you. But like I said, maybe after resonate like leaving it for a little while, and like yeah, maybe that might not be the case. Maybe it's just recency bias. Who knows? This should hopefully still be fine. Do you know what? If it If the encoder error happened earlier, I would be absolutely pissed. Let's hope that's not the case though. 1:30. Final episode. Are they competing? No, there's someone else. That went down the wrong way. Oh god. That went down the wrong way. I was thinking something quite similar as well, actually. With these two right here. I was thinking, like, logistically, where does this series go? My thought is that it goes to girls like Ajisai and Mei, like they're not all just connected to the pink-haired girl, but then they get entangled with the other girls as well. Yeah, I think everybody's got their own definitions. I guess like this is gonna sound weird, but it's good to know that she's hurt by this, because that does mean that she does truly care about her, and it probably is love, rather than like a teenager that thinks they're in love and it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been there. I've thought like I've loved someone before, and like looking back, it's like no, I didn't. I didn't love them. I was just young and stupid. So this is at this event. So they are competing as well. But yeah, of course they are. Pardon me. That's a lot of votes. 850. I love how it's Moon as well and not Suki. She was that distraught. Where the hell? Oh, she was well hidden. Didn't even notice her. Was she in the scene? If so, bloody hell. Maybe I'm just blind. Oh, I'm sitting in this chair for way too long. My bum hurts. Ah, special guest May. Okay. Okay, that's what's going on. Moon to you. I mean, fair enough. That's not entirely accurate, is it? You can treat different people differently even if they aren't as lovely. Well, we know where she's coming from. Oh, who's the only girl missing? Come on. You're in an anime. You're in an anime. You know you're in the anime. So you know who it is. It's amazing how we all just ended up here. Oh, that I was thinking again. I said this a little earlier, but it would be absolutely hilarious if pink-haired girl, meanwhile she's trying to figure all this out. If Ajisai may end up falling in love, like, would that not just be hugely funny? And yeah, wouldn't it be awfully surprising? Ooh. I'm a bit miffed we didn't get to see what Kaho and Pink-haired girl done on stage, but I guess they just posed. To be honest with you, this is a bit lazy for me. It's a bit of a lazy cosplay. I feel like this is something May would just or could just wear anyway. No. Twice you've done this. I'm not even going to bother trying to decipher what she said there. That seemed even harder than the last time I tried. Is this her last performance or something, do you reckon? Her last time in the limelight? Bloody hell. Oh, this is... Oh my god. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh my god. In front of the whole country? What is about to happen? What's going on here? What's happening? Just made a whole scene. Ah, so oh shit, so she's going to France forever? sorry guys, but could you pick many worse places? Anywhere in the world. You go France. I mean, France is a decent country. I guess it's just Paris, and yeah, they're quite rude to foreign people. Maybe they aren't. Well, I don't know actually. I'm pretty sure I've seen them be very rude to Asian people. They seem quite rude to any foreigners, though, to be fair. Not that it's all that different in Japan, actually. But yeah, from personal experience, yeah, can't say I met too many nice people when I went to France. And I've been quite a few places in Europe, and all of them have been quite lovely. Germany, Netherlands, like pretty much all the people I came across in those countries are really nice people. Very honest as well. France, not so much. You're a liar. I can't believe we're doing this on stage in front of all these people. They don't really matter at the moment, though. But it's quite incredible to think that we are doing this like this. This matters that much. We haven't even given a second thought to all of that. Well, that's the thing when you think of May, you think strong-willed. But yeah, there is a girl behind all that. There is a vulnerable girl who's put herself out there and all that, isn't there? That's just in love. Especially when you're up against an Ajisai. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you guys, but obviously as a guy it's a bit different. But if I was a girl, if I was putting myself in the shoes and I was competing against Ajisai, it'd be like, fucking hell, what chance do I stand? You've got the loveliest girl in Japan competing for you. I mean, I know I'm super rich, incredible, pretty, blonde, famous, but like still, like you're competing with the nicest girl in all Japan. How do you win? Like down to earth, normal ass yeah, just should I say? It's like the fact that she's normal and like not famous is even a plus as well. And you can understand that from both their perspectives. Like on Ajisai's side, I'm up against famous, beautiful. Like yeah, the confidence would be waning on either side of things. Actually, reject you both. These guys, I can't believe everyone in the crowd is just witnessing this teenage drama. So she has picked Ajisai. Okay. Hang on. Damn. You can't do that. You can't do that. Well, I guess you can if you want. I guess you can have an open relationship or whatever. multiple people. I don't know what it's called. Fucking hell. Yeah. Got me. It's just selfish. Can you have the both? I mean, if they agreed to it, I guess there's nothing wrong. But I don't know. Is this gonna work? Okay, might as well add the other two girls in this as well. Why not? Like I said a minute ago, I know it's not that important right now, but can you imagine being in the crowd watching all of this? I would have shouted by now, get off the fucking stage. Can we continue the show, please? I wouldn't have shouted that, but I would have thought of shouting that. Someone else would have before I had the chance. Incredibly selfish, but I kind of like the decision, honestly. I respect it. Especially if it comes off. Like, if they both agree to this, fair play. Now this show is a lot like 100 Girlfriends, isn't it? Well, not a lot like it at all, really, but like similar in terms of the relationship, I guess. I could see this going that route. Well, not if you both agreed to it. Great point though. My first relationship, and I'm getting cheated on as soon as I enter it. How great is that? Yeah, I mean, good point. At one point, it was illegal and not even normal for people of the same sex to be in a relationship or to get married. Now, who's to question what's normal? Like, two, three, four, five people in a relationship, you can do what you want. They're begging them to date you. I don't know about you guys, but this almost feels like it could be like the wrap up of the show. I hope there's more material after this, but it almost feels like it could like end here, and I'd be quite satisfied. Understandable. Understandable. Every right to think that this might be a bit complicated. So again, sorry to bring this up, but surely they could have done this somewhere more private. You've now just got all this on like a live stream for everybody to watch. I guess that's kind of like a bit of the point of what we covered earlier in this episode as well, or last episode there. That was a lovely scene. Like I couldn't imagine myself in a relationship with multiple people. Can't lie. I'd be way too. I couldn't deal with it. I feel like I'd have to not care about the person I was dating to do that, because I would just not be happy with the fact that they're dating somebody else other than me at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, I just wouldn't be able to do that. That'd be selfish of me, I guess, but sometimes you have to be selfish. I really don't even know what Rema friends mean. They've said that a few times during these episodes. I will share you. Always getting the best of both worlds, you aren't you? Remember during the game off in the season 1, she's always getting the best of both worlds, isn't she? The thing I'd be most worried about for is her sister getting hold of that live stream. Oh, it's Mai singing. Oh, she got a new PlayStation. Rich ass family. I saw all the girls singing the ending. It's really nice. I love these cast sung opening endings. They're even doing it in that photo. We're two-timing, baby. But as I said a minute ago, like I feel like this is actually like a really satisfying place to just wrap up the series. Don't get me wrong, I hope we do get a season 2. But if this was the end, I wouldn't be mad at all. Oh. Who was that? Who was that? Who sent that text? Was that who was that? I was in bloody kanji. It's got some books. Who was that? You're already dating 2 at once. What's one more? One more won't hurt. Who is this? I've got to translate this. I've got to. Do I even have Google Translate? I do. Got to translate that. Koto and Suzuki, it says. So Koto Suzuki? Who's Koto Suzuki? That's someone we've seen? Koto Sa... Hope so. Oh, was that... Oh, it says Satsuki. It wasn't... They got the name a bit wrong. Okay. Satsuki. Okay. Well... Why not? I mean, fuck it, had the blue girl in there as well. It's inevitably where this is headed now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really good episode. I mean, the way they've ended off here makes me feel like there is going to be a season 2. Like, if they show us this and there isn't, they're just absolutely teasing. But as I said, like this is a really satisfactory place to just end the series, I think. No question mark or anything. It's I'm ordering you to go out with me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really good 5 episodes here. Love this. Again, might be my favourite arc. Really awesome ending. Surprised we didn't get to see more of like the perspective around what was happening on stage, but again, I guess that doesn't really matter. It would certainly be an awkward watch though. You put yourself in the position of the audience. But yeah, satisfactory ending. I guess it was a little predictable because we have seen this before. It's just she always gets her way. She always it's always the selfish choice, and it's the right choice in a lot of cases. As I said earlier, you should be selfish sometimes, and this was a very selfish choice. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out because, as I said, I put myself in this position. I would not be able to handle this. I would not be able to handle this whatsoever. But yeah, some great episodes. Loved blue haired girl here, Karu, whatever her name is. You guys, I'm terrible with the names. Blue haired girl is what she's going to be called. I thought she was adorable throughout these episodes. She's the only one that we didn't get romantic with throughout this as well, to be fair. Like, they probably had the least romantic kind of presence between them, which I thought was actually quite refreshing. It wasn't like as telegraphed as the other arcs, in my opinion. But yeah, loved this. Thought this was great. Again, the only other thing is I would have liked to seen their kind of performance on stage, but as I said, I think they were just like posing as their cosplay stuff, so not anything majorly kind of lost there. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this arc and this episode and these whole specials in the comment section. Again, I thought they were fantastic, some of the best of this series so far. I've already recorded it now, but might have to add a little disclaimer in my tier list and put this up a few places. But yeah, leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with any of my reactions. And I'll hopefully catch you with a season 2. I will just might as well, because this video is already like 2 hours long, might as well have a little look if there is any announcement or anything. Muri. I love the fact that my phone actually recognizes Muri as like its own word. It doesn't try to turn that into something else. It doesn't look like there's been anything announced. Oh wait, no, that's just something else. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's been anything announced just yet. Let me look at the light novel real quick. It's still publishing the light novel. Okay, so there is more to adapt, or there will be more to adapt. Okay, at some point. So yeah, we can hope for a season 2. I think this has been very well received, and again, I've liked it a lot, so hopefully that's the case. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Again, let me know what you guys thought about these in the comment section, and yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys.